Welcome
Welcome
to Stitch Along Friday.
That's right.
I'm Thea,
And I'm Lisa.
and we're here to bring you all of the latest news and fun facts from Victoria's Sampler.
That's right.
Hey, good one.
That was a good intro. Okay, remember that for next week.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I can remember that.
Because it was perfect. It was perfect.
I don't think that I could even say it again now.
No.
Anyway, that's fine. I hope that you all had a wonderful week. We sure did. We had it was a very eventful week.
It was quite the week here. Yeah, beautiful weather. So
Luckily.
can't complain that way.
No.
Still a little on the cool side, but
More sunshine, though.
more sunshine.
Right?
So this is good.
Yes. I noticed that we have 3 viewers
Yes.
and 1 reaction already, so
good.
we just don't see it yet.
Yes, that's right.
So luckily, Facebook sees it.
Yes. Say hi. Please say hi so we know that discussion is working.
It's okay.
Yeah.
They'll be here in a little while. Look at this, 5 and 4, and people are
Yes.
coming and going.
Yes.
I know it'll be fine. We haven't seen the discussion
Yeah.
yet, so we don't know what you're saying.
That's right.
But in the meantime, we can talk about what is it that you did this week.
What I've been working on this week is the newest design, which is not released yet. And by working on it, what I'm doing is writing the instructions, charting it, putting it into a leaflet form, then for getting ready to release it.
We're getting ready to print and release it, right?
That's right, exactly.
It's going to be the Dragonfly one. I'm so excited.
Yes, and that's the other thing is what are we going to call it? Because I've been calling it water lilies.
Uh-oh.
So
I think of the dragonfly when I think of it. So it could, we already have a dragonfly.
we do always have a dragonfly lace, so that's why I was thinking water lilies.
Yeah,
But-
water lily's pin cushion.
Yeah. It has a nice ring to it.
Look, Sue's here.
Yeah. Good morning,
Lillian
Sue.
Pilly is
Lillian.
here.
And Pandora.
Hello, you all. Looks like Donna Granger is here too. I was thinking about you guys are here all the time, almost every single week, and I was thinking about you. There's many of you, but I also know Sue and Donna quite well, and they've done so much for me. I just want to reach out and say hello to you.
Yeah.
Just, make sure that, we value you.
Absolutely. Kathleen,
Kathleen
hello.
is here again.
Sunny, windy Maryland.
Hello, Sandy.
At least it's sunny, Kathleen.
Exactly. And Elaine's very happy about it being sunny also.
That's right. I mean, the windy just moves those clouds off, so it can be sunny. So, yeah.
And Lorraine is here, even though she's in Australia where it's 12:30 Saturday morning.
Absolutely.
Saturday morning already.
Yeah.
Good heavens. That's really late tonight.
Yeah. That it is. I don't think I'll be up I could be up at 12:30. Quite often on the weekends, I'm up stitching till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
I thought that you go to bed and then, no, you don't go to bed. You sit in your chair and you sleep. You pretend to stitch.
I do that too, but if I'm actually stitching, then I don't fall asleep.
Oh, you get excited about stitching that much.
I tend to stitch, but then I get carried away. And that's why I'm up till 1:30 in the morning.
Gotcha. But just a little bit compulsive.
A little bit compulsive. And then I wonder why I'm tired.
Aren't we all, though, a little bit about stitching? I think it's true. It's what we all do. We get a little, just one more stitch.
Well, one more stitch. And, being that I usually only stitch on the weekends now, that one more stitch is important.
Really makes a difference, doesn't it?
It does.
I know that you used to stitch for 20 minutes every morning.
Oh, I think it was longer than that. I think it was about 40 minutes. But then I got 2 dogs, and that's
instead of the one.
Instead of my one gentle dog that could care less about going for a walk. So now I go.
So you didn't take him for a walk first thing.
I didn't take my older dog out for a walk. He just
But the new bustly ones, they need
the 2 young bucks, and they're not so young anymore either. They're going on 9 this year.
But you've spoiled them. You take them for a walk every morning.
I take them for a walk, except for when my husband's home. And so the last couple of mornings I haven't gone for a walk. So, and I'm actually missing my walk.
Are you?
Yeah.
Feeling a little uncomfortable?
I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. Yeah.
Joy's Scribneck. Okay, I've got to say this right. Scribneck.
Scribneck.
Yes.
I think that's how it is.
That's it is. Yeah. Exactly. Good morning from Kelowna. How nice. Looks like it's cloudy over there. You probably got our yesterday's clouds.
Yes, that's right.
And Rosie Kobrock is here. Daisy is wonderful. She's just back from errands. Thank goodness,
thank
just
goodness.
in time.
Yeah.
Mary Woodritz, hello. Mary Hawthorne, hello. Drizzly here. I thought it said dizzy here. Yeah, here too.
I'm dizzy too.
You always say such funny things. I was expecting it totally. Loretta says hello. Tammy, windy over there. Have you gone out shopping yet, Tammy? Because it's time.
Yeah, that's right. Usually you're on your way home.
And Lorraine's stitching right now.
Oh, are you? Good for you,
in the
Lorraine.
morning. Well done. Hi, Kathy Bird.
Yeah.
Good to see you. And Marcy Schmidt. Hope everyone's having a great Friday. That's what I hope too.
So far, so good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm still sleeping, but so far, so good.
Yeah, Lisa is not a morning person, so she's amazing at 9:30 on Friday morning. She gets herself going.
Yeah.
She puts on a little
I do
eye
actually
makeup
put makeup on
to look like she's awake.
I even made tea this morning, so...
Well, that helps, right?
Yes, when I got here. Normally I don't do that, but this morning it's like, I've got a little bit extra time, I'll make a bit of tea. But I didn't drink it all.
Well, we can have our ups and our downs and our good times and our bad times. And I must say, this last week has been kind of a medium time for me. I've been going through some emotional stuff, and I don't quite know what it is, but I have a hard time getting over the emotional stuff to the point where I'm kind of like just medium. Like even Lisa came in this morning, are you okay? And I am okay, but sometimes you just have to go through those times.
Absolutely. Oh, most definitely. It's not like I haven't had those times.
Exactly. We all do. But this one actually lasted just about the whole week. So I think with the new sunshine, I'll come out of it this weekend, and I'm going to do nothing.
Absolutely. No stitching, no looking on the emails, no nothing.
No. I have to look on my emails.
I might even take your phone away from you when I go. No, I couldn't do that. But,
luckily, I'm not really addicted to the phone, but I am kind of addicted to
your emails.
To my emails.
You are.
I am.
Yes.
I should leave them alone.
You should leave them alone, but I know it's very hard to do because you have that compulsive nature, as we all do.
Yeah, I think if you're a stitcher, you must be compulsive.
It has to be a little compulsion in there. But
I think so. Sue Donnelly says she doesn't even function enough to put makeup on in the morning.
Hey, normally I don't either.
Exactly. That would be a real special thing.
Absolutely. The fact that I have it on today, it takes a little bit of effort.
Bethuk says it's woke up to snow this morning.
Oh,
where are
goodness,
you?
Yes.
Are you north again? Are you north of, the Arctic Circle? I said it right?
Yeah, you did say it right.
Okay,
it is the Arctic Circle.
Hello, Wanda.
But she could be in Colorado.
Yes, that's a possibility. Or Calgary, for that matter.
Calgary. Yes, Calgary was supposed to have snow today.
Oh, well, we'll find out where she is. Tammy says, no shopping today. My girls have a 3-hour early dismissal. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
You don't want to take those girls shopping.
Yeah.
They're going to go buy everything under the sun. It sounds like you're going to be a busy girl this weekend. Yeah. The thing about early dismissal, or what do they call it? Professional days.
Professional days.
I remember those days. And then suddenly you're, working and doing your schedule and everything. And all of a sudden you find out, sorry.
You can't do what you were planning on doing.
No, now you have to take care of your kids.
That's right.
It won't be long before yours are old, though.
Yes.
Yours will be older very soon, and they can take care of themselves.
Absolutely.
No problem.
And then you'll be wondering why.
What are they doing? Yeah. That's right. Oh, she's in Utah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Utah must also have those same tendencies in the shadow of the mountains. Yeah, probably. Anyway, so we're here, and we have had quite a week. You've been doing some hard work, and I've tried to, but couldn't do that hard work.
Yeah.
But I did keep my oar in, did keep, kind of my eye on the prize, trying to sort of stay within. So I did start on my gingerbread train.
Oh, yay.
But the train is like so small that I'm not sure if it might have to be a bit bigger. Yeah, because I was looking at how much room I have on each cart.
That's true. The little paper model you have over there, there's not much room to do any stitching. So I think, if you enlarge it just a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So that might take another little while to enlarge everything.
Yes.
But it's actually quite simple because all of the pieces are just so wide.
Yeah.
Like a railroad is a certain gauge. So the width is always going to be the same all the way along. So all the carts and all of the engine, everything has to be the same width.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just height and then I guess length, you'd
Yes.
call it length
Yes.
of the carts.
Yeah.
And the other thing I'm having a hard time with is thinking about how to do the front of the engine. So there's like a little cubicle that stands up, usually with a little curved roof with some windows in it. I get that. And then attached to that, I mean, I'm thinking, okay, it's like toilet paper roll.
Yes.
You know, like the paper, the cardboard roll inside. It's kind of like that, but flattened on one side.
Yeah.
Can you finish it like that?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I hope. I say that confidently. Yes. I have no idea, but we're going to give it a try.
Because this is what we do. I say, is this possible? And she says yes or no, sorry. Because really, I don't know exactly how that would be done.
Well, I think what I'm imagining is, of course, you use 4-ply as the base, and then we could use Skirtex
to make the curve,
to make the
upper
curve.
curve.
Absolutely.
But how do you attach it to the place where the conductor sits in the engine?
Well, I think we'll use like a curved needle.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's going to be backstitched around the sides. And then, like we did for the church, we'll just use a curved needle.
But it's not straight; it's curved. Like the whole thing is curved.
If you put a curve on that square one, the hands are going around, and then you make the curve
match
the curve.
I think I'm going to let her do the back stitching.
I can envision it, but
okay. Well,
the execution might be another whole different story, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the only challenge that I can see because the rest of it is kind of a little bit blocky, so it can be done. And then there's the wheels.
Yes.
And I have seen gingerbread trains, like actual gingerbread, the stuff you eat. I've seen those trains in pictures, and they don't stand on their wheels. They make the wheels like they're basically standing on the bottoms of the carts and things. And I'm thinking that's kind of fake.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's going to turn out.
I don't know how we could have it standing on the wheels.
No, me neither.
We'll see what happens.
So we've had a whole bunch of people come in and say a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to just go through and acknowledge you all. Tanya, howdy to you too. Gail Stetler, Little Windy in Pennsylvania. That's good. Pat Henke is here. Good morning, Gina. A train. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I can hardly wait.
I can hardly wait too.
Donna's looking forward to it too. That's good. It's just going to be fun to do.
It will be.
And I can't tell you, even a little comment like that will get me going. It's
Absolutely.
Like a real impetus.
Yeah.
Because someone's excited about something that I'm going to do. It'll make me work harder. So thank you for that.
Well, you know what? I'm thinking here is before you actually stitch it, we should try making that engine first with how I said we're going to do it.
The curved part.
The curved part.
Okay, we'll do that.
to see if we can actually accomplish that.
I think we can do it.
I think we can do it.
Okay. So Loretta says, oh no, B is here. Hello, ladies. Stay safe to you too. Loretta's here. Can't see what you come up with on the train. Thank you. Kim, good morning from Illinois. Nice. Daisy Ringenberg, sounds wonderful to add to your village. I hope some of you have done some parts of the village.
Yeah.
Because it is getting on time. If you're going to do anything on Christmas, here's a really good time to start on the gingerbread stuff because it's going to take a while before you can get one of those finished. It's not the stitching so much, although that takes time because every single part, gets stitched except the bottom. But it does take time to put things together.
Well, for me especially, it does. Yes, I'm not fast at putting things together.
And nobody who does a really good job is fast.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that if you're really fast at putting things together, you're more like that's me. You're more likely to make it a little less accurate. And I think that Lisa's way, which I admire and talk about all the time, of finishing things depends on your accuracy and that taking your time and doing it over if you're not completely satisfied.
And I do things over sometimes more than once.
Yes, she does.
Sometimes more than twice.
And I sometimes get a little impatient with it, but we end up with perfect finishing.
It comes out sometimes pretty good.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Anne Inga is here from Wisconsin. First live stream.
Oh,
Yay!
good. Yay.
Aw, thank you. She says we're a delight.
Oh, thank you.
We kind of hug those kind of compliments to ourselves because we never know what we're like.
No, I'm just me.
Yeah, on our end, that's all we do.
Yeah.
Pat Hinkie says, oh, good. My daughter is an entomologist with a study in a dragonfly.
Oh, good.
Pat, that's excellent. You're going to love the new dragon. And by the way, we do have a dragonfly lace pattern.
Yes.
So you can look that up on our website later when you're finished with
That's why I don't think we should call it dragonfly.
No,
pincushion.
we'll just have a guest dragonfly near the water lilies.
Yes.
Water lily pincushion.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, good. Madeline, hello from Brittany. Have a good Friday to you too. Bonjour. Brenda Lichtleyer is here. Susan McDonald is here from Massachusetts. Nice and warm, she says.
Oh, lucky you.
Emma Knotts and Kim Parain is here. And she agrees with everyone.
Oh, good. Yeah.
You agree with everyone.
Yeah.
See, what happens from for our point of view, you guys can chat, but we don't see it until just a little bit later.
There's
just
a little bit of a time delay.
But there's a longer delay between our talking and your writing. Mm-hmm. So you may not recognize that. Some of you may already notice that. We'll notice your comment probably later.
And try to piece it to what we had said maybe 3 minutes ago. So
which is really hard to do. Remembering what we said 3 minutes ago, like,
yeah.
Not so easy.
Not so easy some days.
But you had tea today, so you go ahead and talk about your stitch of the week.
Well, the stitch of the week this week, I love this stitch. It's the Bargello stitch, also known as the Florentine stitch. Also can be known as an Irish stitch as well.
Yeah. It's all sorts of places in the world claim it as their own.
Claim it as their own. And it's a simple stitch to do. It is, vertical straight stitches worked in patterns. And you can have multiple rows that bring out the pattern.
Yeah.
So here's one. This is from the Beyond Cross Stitch series, and it's
I'll show you.
Level 3, number 2.
There it is, and you'll see it in real life.
Exactly, it's right here. Am I holding? I can't see.
Yeah, you're doing beautifully.
I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, this is great.
Right, I can't see where I am.
Well, you don't have to point. I think they can see the Bargello right there.
The Bargello is
right?
What, 3 different colors?
Yes.
Yes.
Green, red, and white.
Exactly.
And it looks like a few more people came. Marley is here. Diane Mertesdorf is here. And Becky Clegg is here. Nice to see you both. All three. 3 of you. Sorry.
Yeah.
All of you.
So that's that one. But we do have some models that it's been used in.
I'm so excited because I've got some here. And Lisa chose some too. So we have all the Bargello you could possibly imagine because I love using Bargello.
Yes. It's
Hello, Deborah.
a fun stitch. Now, this is one of Thea's older patterns. It's called Golden Dreams. And the Bargello is at the very top. But it is an absolutely beautiful sampler.
I know it's hard on your side because you haven't got such long arms. There we go. Yes, it actually turned out to be a really sweet little sampler.
It did.
And funnily enough, it has because we've got it framed under glass, it's really difficult to see it on the front cover. Mm-hmm. It's called Golden Dreams, and there's only 3 different colors in the Bargello at the top, but it is a really sweet.
It's a delicate sampler.
And it's for people who are getting married when they're not quite it's not
the first marriage.
It's not the first marriage, exactly. Or they're just getting together, or they're celebrating their relationship. I mean, it could also be an anniversary sampler so easily. And there, of course, are 2 little people. You can color them whatever way you want, and a little bit of hardanger at the bottom. So it's a perfect little wedding or anniversary little sampler.
It's actually a really good learning piece.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did want to talk to you about this one in particular because we haven't been able to show it because we only had the frame piece.
Yes.
Then I found this.
Yes, you did.
Exciting.
Yeah. Now, the other one that I absolutely love is
Go ahead.
Lavender Hearts. And I'm going to show the Bargello is at the bottom, right here.
Yes.
But that's
when I really started to go with the Bargello.
Yeah. Sorry, move it over this way. But it is an absolutely beautiful sampler done in lavenders, of course. I hate to tell you what my husband calls it. So.
No, what does he call it? Something bad?
He calls it lavender farts. But,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I didn't expect that at all. But that's really cute.
It's like, that's terrible.
But there's so many hearts around, so you can apply it to everything. Anyway, Sue, this is the back. You asked to see the back of the Golden Dreams, and actually it's the same back as you'll see on the Lavender Dreams.
On the Lavender Heart.
Lavender Hearts, sorry.
Lavender Hearts. We won't call it the other thing.
And I think what she's done this time is she's made something kind of folded over at the
Yes.
back.
Yes.
And slightly within the borders of the front. So you don't see the back when you face it this way. I hope that helps.
Here, I'll show you the Lavender Hearts too, because it's done exactly the same way.
Yeah, so there's kind of like a pocket at the top.
That's right. Can you see that
you put
pocket?
the bell pull through, exactly.
Yeah.
Loretta likes this one, and Tanya loves the Lavender Hearts. It's in her stash. Well, then it's time to do it.
It's a beautiful piece to stitch.
And we have another one, some more Bargello.
That's right, exactly.
This one's even more extensive.
Yeah, this is Crystal Waters, and the Bargello is down.
Whoa!
Oops, sorry, too close. Right there. But I love the blues in this, the heart hanger. It's a spectacular little sampler.
The cool thing about that one is we never put anything behind it. And I kind of like it. It makes it look lacy because there's a lot of open work in it.
Absolutely. And I think we used bell pull
material.
Yeah.
With a border already on it.
With a border already on it.
Exactly.
But you could easily do that yourself.
Exactly. Sue Donnelly says, so fabric is kind of slip stitched over the linen. Not over, but against the linen in the back. Yes, it's slip stitched on the edges. And that slip stitch is all done by hand.
Yes,
right?
It is.
Yes.
I do it all by hand.
We can do more showing and telling if you like. Just let us know if you want to see it again.
Yeah.
The thing about finishing like that, I think we have a bell pull finishing leaflet, don't we?
We do have a bell pull finishing leaflet.
What's
I
it
can't
called?
remember. I think it's called bell pull finishing.
No, oh maybe.
I think it's called bell pull finishing. But there's 3 different types of bell pull finishing in there.
Yeah, so that might be helpful. Have a look online and see if that's what it's called. Other than that, I remember that we used very tiny little patterns, not very important patterns, but it was just so that we had something that we could show how to do the bell pull finishing. So that might be helpful to you because there's diagrams and everything in that one. Elaine, okay, so Elaine says, I'm stitching Crystal Waters now.
Oh.
I did not know that.
Very nice.
I can hardly wait to see it, Elaine. Bring it in. Joy says, what's the name of the hangers and where do you get them?
They're called bell pull hardware hangers. It's getting harder and harder to find them. We have some in stock right now, but only a couple of sizes. We get them from a manufacturing company or a wholesale company.
Well, what we have is online, and it's not so much that larger and more complicated looking ones. They're made out of metal, etc., or they're fun, made out of big apples or whatever. There's bell pull hardware out there, but not fine ones and not narrow ones.
Yes.
That's the kind that we would have liked to have continued to carry.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we find that 8 centimeter? They're all done in centimeters because they're made in Europe. The 8 centimeter
is a good size. I don't think we have 8 centimeter.
I think we got 10.
Yeah, I think 10 is the shortest.
Yeah.
And then 12. I think we got 10 and 12. 8's hard to find.
So online, just put in the thing bell pull, and you'll probably find in the search bar at the top, or look under accessories or tools in our catalog.
Yeah.
I love the Crystal Waters, says Gail. My husband and I were avid sailors in the day, and ocean waters are beautiful.
Yes,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Do you know when I was thinking about that Crystal Waters, I had been driving up to see my mom once a month for I don't know how long. I was driving up island. I call it up island because I'm at the south of the island, and so she was midway in Qualicum Beach. And I would drive so often, and all of a sudden one day it was sun shining. My kids in the back were asleep for a change, and I started to dream and think about the view over Nanaimo. When you first go to Nanaimo, there's a mountain that you go over top, and then you see this sky blue ocean and everything. And I thought, blue, and that's what started the Element series. It's because I saw the water.
The water.
And how it was reflecting that gorgeous blue. Anyway,
a
little story. Sue, you're welcome.
Yeah. Now here's another Bargello example, and it's on Tulip Terrace. Let me hold this back. But this is quite lovely Bargello. Oh, over this way.
Yeah, you're doing good.
And I love the detail in that one.
I like the blue and white.
Yeah, me too. But this is a beautiful little sampler.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that little tag just keeps on wanting to pop out. And this has been made into a little pillow.
Mm-hmm. Well, Tulip Terrace turned into a really cute pillow. I wish I had it as a frame piece, though. Because all the others that match it are framed.
Well,
wouldn't it be nice if we had one?
Yes, it would.
Wouldn't you like to make one and then I could frame it?
I've already done one, but I did it as a pillow as well.
I know.
But my pillow is slightly different than your pillow.
Probably better.
No, I think I made it larger.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what I did. And I added some patchwork.
Oh, yes.
Corners.
I think I saw that. That was really nice.
Yeah.
Claire Kasani Tiggs is here. Hello. How are you? Nice to see you. And we've got a few more Bargello pieces. Actually, this mermaid song is...
Exactly. This is one of my favorite
really good
Bargello.
Example. Yeah. Go ahead.
Bargello is on the bottom.
That is pretty fancy Bargello, I tell you. That takes quite a bit of counting.
Oh, definitely. Just beautiful how it turned out, though. It's one of my favorite examples of Bargello.
It is. And I just wanted to show the back altogether rather than just the Bargello part. As you can see, the mermaid song is about a mermaid and under the ocean. And do you see the little town at the top? That's actually what I see out my window is a place called Sydney. I kind of thought of it like that I'm looking at Sydney, and underneath the ocean, you'll see mermaids and the orca and the seals and seaweed and everything. And the bottom looks a little bit like a shell in a way, right?
I think there is a mermaid in Sydney, isn't there? There is a
statue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And then Lisa made this adorable, I don't know what you call this.
Needle shell.
Needle shell, exactly, which is really cute. And that was for our
2008 retreat.
Yeah, that was a while ago, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
And what you do, you open it up and you'll get the needle shell looking like this so that you can put your needles in. It is adorable. Thank you for showing all of your patterns or models. Here, I put it away for you.
Thank you.
But I have some too, because I found some as well. I don't know why I got into a trip, because I never do that.
Yeah.
But
this one has beautiful Bargello on it as well.
It does, and it's a little hard to show close up unless I make it go like that, so I won't do that. But it's the anniversary sampler, and as we go down the anniversary sampler, you'll see, ta-da, there is one of my favorite color combinations, this sort of grayish mauve, depending on who you are. And then, of course, there's the hardanger at the bottom. This is a really nice anniversary sampler, but it's the Bargello that makes it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
The heart and the hardanger and then this Bargello.
Yes, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Okay, now this, I'm going to show this one because this is also Bargello, but it's from the Victorian purse. Oh, sorry, let me turn around. Where am I? There's the Bargello there. What's great about this is a thimble holder, and it opens up.
And it's called a pipkin.
I
don't know why, but it's very cute.
But all three sides, it's hard to hang on to.
It's also fun to throw at each other because it's like a little ball.
Little football.
And then this, even though it's got glass, etc., this has is called Green Earth, which is a mate to the crystal waters. Green Earth has all these little cute little things in green instead of all these blues.
I loved stitching that one. It was so fun.
This is a pretty amazing Bargello.
Yes.
The way the pattern turned out. And what I did was I started in the middle. I did one row kind of arbitrarily. I wasn't thinking of anything. And then I started filling it out both sides, top and bottom. And it just turned out so neat.
Yes.
I mean, I really like this one. it would be a good pattern for like a pillow or something.
It would be, yes. The other Bargello I really liked was Crimson Fire, which is a mate to that one. That Bargello was stunning.
But I couldn't find Crimson Fire this morning.
I think I know where it is, but it's got glass on it too.
Do you want to see it? I think maybe we should
get it.
Sorry,
I have to go get it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We're talking Bargello.
We're talking Bargello. We got to see it. All of it. Thank you, Maria. That is kind of a nice story, and I do remember it really clearly about almost everything I designed. There's a moment where something just hits me, and I have to do something with it in needlework. And let me just see what else Maria said, because I think there's more, and it does show a story. It kind of does show a story. You're right. Thank you. And Donna says the anniversary. She stitched the anniversary sampler twice for 2 sons. Whoa. And it is one of my favorites too. Thank you, Claire, for your elegant comment. Maria says, Green Earth, I have to my mom. It's stunning. I agree that stitching the fields of green was so beautiful. It really is. Yeah. And it does make you feel like spring or, in touch with the earth. Dory Davis loves the Bargello on Green Earth too. Thank you. Okay, Maria, you're working on Crimson Fire. Here it is. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very sweet of you. I'm going to try not to show all the lighting panels. Sorry, because it's got glass.
Yes, so it's reflecting.
There's kind of a fiery looking hardanger top and some fire underneath that as well. And then, of course, there's hearts of fire. Let's see. There, we can see it better that way. And it's called Bright Crimson Fire. And look at those. They're actually just little eyelets, but they look like flames. And even the drawn thread looks a little bit flames. And look at that Bargello. Okay, maybe that's one of the better ones too. Mm-hmm. It's pretty amazing. Stunning. It looks like flames.
It looks like flames. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Actually, all of the elements are great, except that, unfortunately, with fresh air, which was the element air, the hardanger that I did was not as good because I didn't realize that in between the hardanger areas, there should have been extra plaster blocks to protect each area. Yeah. So when you do it very carefully, one section at a time, and then when you do the next section next to it, make sure that you don't pull too hard or just do it very carefully so nothing comes undone.
Yes.
I have to warn people about it. It was before I knew that hardanger did what it did. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, that's another one.
Yeah.
I have 2 more. It's very exciting. These are things that we don't usually show. This is a Canadian sampler because we're in Canada,
that's right.
For those of you who don't know. And we have, in Canada, we have lots of our own symbols. Maple leaves are one, of course. And at this time, we had our 125th, what do you call that? Anniversary of Canada. Yeah. I don't know what else you call it. Canadian goose and the beaver. And, of course, our legislative buildings in Ottawa. The wheat fields of the centre provinces. And we have the snow, of course, in the Northern Territories. And then we have the 2 different oceans on either side of us with our motto, which is Amare usque ad mare in Latin, which means from sea unto sea. And AD 1992 is when I made this one. But look at the Bargello. You can see I loved it even then.
That's right.
In 1992. That was a while ago.
Yes, if you think. Almost 30 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much I think that's about how long I've been designing. Yeah, I think so.
One of your first ones?
Pretty much, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think so too. And finally, I won't go on about this one, but there is Bargello right there as a grass under the one of the gazebos.
This one's Silk Wisteria.
Oh yes, that's right. I forgot to say the name. Oh, and the other one, the Canadian one, is Oh Canada. And this one always has a little bit of hardanger at the bottom. Nothing too complicated, but lots of fun to do. Lots of beautiful blossoms. So have we named all of the ones that we showed? I hope so.
I think so. If not, let us know.
Yeah, if you need any more information about our models. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate your compliment. That is so sweet of you. They were beautifully designed, except for this one flaw in the heart hanger in fresh air. So take care when you're doing that one. And that's that.
Yeah.
So
that's all the Bargello samples that I had.
Look at that. And this stitch is on our YouTube channel as of 10 o'clock this morning.
Yes.
Which means it's been there. It's appeared 4 minutes ago.
Yes.
I love this scheduling. It's so cool. We have a few more scheduled there now, and having, YouTube videos show up when you really want them to, and you don't have to do it at the time.
Absolutely.
It's a luxury.
Pre-plan, set it all up, and then the rest is technology.
Exactly. That's how we take advantage of technology instead of letting it come along.
Absolutely. Instead of having to remember, oh my God, was I supposed to do that?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so this is one of the times when we don't have a sale and we don't have a stitch along pattern this week. First of all, not having a sale just desperately means that I didn't have the time or the energy to create and think about what could be. But on the other hand, it is also a time when we won't bother you in your inbox.
Yeah.
So that's one good thing. But next week, we're going to have a huge, gigantic Easter sale. So I want you to be all ready for that. It'll be Good Friday.
It will be Good Friday.
When we will come back. And Lisa told me today.
I'm off.
But
I
she's
am coming.
I can't believe it. She's off and she's still coming in.
I'll get up and I'll come out here. Hopefully it's sunny. It'll be a nice drive. And
come and say hello to you guys. So we're both going to be here next Friday on Good Friday.
Yes.
And also, and then we'll have another, the April Stitch Along.
Yes. Will be launched next week.
Yes. I think that'll be the 5th or the 4th, something like that.
It'll be first, third, second.
Anyway,
second.
I have already made that one. I did it was it this week or anyway, one of these weeks. I did create it already, so I know what it's going to be about, and I think you're going to like it, don't you think?
I think so.
I think it'll be really fun, and it's not going to be big, but it will probably take 4 separate parts so that you can do a little bit every single time.
Yes.
And it will, of course, be April-ish.
Yes.
You'll have to see what the subject is when we get to it. Anyway, so that'll come out next week. And meanwhile, don't you think that March has just been amazing?
Oh, it has. Yes, some of the interpretations are just beautiful.
Unbelievable.
And the colors people are using and how they're now flowing from one to the other. It's
just gorgeous.
Beautiful.
I would never have guessed that this piece in one piece looks so nice together.
Absolutely.
I really wouldn't have known. Because I've never done anything like that, just have them all bunched together like that. And they do look really nice.
They do, absolutely.
Normally, I would have probably had a bit of space around each pattern and then the dividing lines. But this time I made the dividing lines but right against the pattern itself. I also love people who have done these as individual patterns. And Donna comes to mind right away. Because
she's making little pillows. They're beautiful.
They're so adorable.
Yeah.
As pillows themselves, I can just see them in a big bowl. As the seasons progress, you just put that month on the top, and you just keep stirring the bowl full of these pillows. I can really appreciate how you are doing those, and you've made them your own. Like you haven't kind of followed everything that I put in, but you put in just what you needed to make it really. Each one of them looks really adorable and really has its own character.
Yeah.
So thank you for doing it that way and showing people that it can be done like that, which is what I originally thought.
As individuals.
Yeah. I just thought, oh, well, maybe they might want to put it together, put them together as one long thing. And it seems like everybody is doing more of that than the individual ones. But
there's a few individual ones, which is really neat.
Yeah, I haven't seen all of them yet, so I think I'm going to maybe take this weekend and kind of browse through.
Didn't think you were going to look at your computer this weekend.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But when else am I going to do it?
Monday morning?
No, I have about 10 things that still need to be done on Monday morning.
Well, doesn't mean you have to do it on Saturday and Sunday, right, everybody?
I never stop. I never stop. Really, I don't. I think the only time I semi-stop is when I go away from home.
Yes, maybe we might have to tie
Throw
you
me
up
out.
and take you away from home.
Because home is where the business is, right? I don't know if those of you who know this or don't know this, but I live upstairs and the business is in the lower floor of my 2-story house. So it's been great for having accessibility and always being able to be available. But then there's also the other part of it, which is you're always available.
That's right.
And it's in your house.
Yes. Yeah. I should get a lock on the inside of this door and lock it when I go home at night or on the weekends.
How are we going like this?
And then you can't come in.
She's so mean.
No, you need to take some time
that's funny.
off.
So here we go, still working on Crimson Fire. And Tanya says, all 4 in this series are well designed, as you mentioned. Marie, my all-time favorite. I fell in love with your designs, Thea, when I saw Silk Wisteria. Aw, thank you. Loretta says, I'll be listening next week while driving to get my 2nd COVID vaccine shot. Well done. I'm so glad you are. We're definitely not nearly as far as the United States is.
No.
We are much, much slower. We're still waiting for for vaccines. Basically, we're not getting them as quickly as we thought we would. So that's the way it goes. We just wait until we get some.
That's right. Meanwhile, our numbers are jumping up. But,
we'll cross our fingers.
Cross our fingers.
Then we stay home most of the time now.
That's right, exactly. Because the southern part of the island's numbers have gone up, have increased dramatically in the last week.
Yeah, those variants, they just get you.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so good that, those of you who are getting vaccines, I'm sure you'll be much more protected.
Yes.
And we hope to have that same event happening in the next few months for us.
Yeah.
But it'll be a few more months, I'm afraid.
I'm afraid it will be too.
Yeah.
But apparently I heard last night they've been doing some tests on the different types of vaccines. And if they can give you 1 shot of one vaccine and 1 shot of vaccine, what the results would be, of different vaccines. So I think they've been running that in the UK. So hopefully they come out with, yes, we can give you a shot of Pfizer and a shot of Moderna. And, there's not going to be, it'll cover you better, actually, I think is what the study is working out to be.
Okay, I'll go for that.
Yeah.
I'll take whatever they give me because we have no choice.
We have no choice.
So I did want to mention something. One of the things that we don't usually talk about is how we ask you to sort your threads and materials that come in our AG packs. It's one of the things that I know can be a little confusing for our new people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it might be something that we can put up on our YouTube channel as well, how to sort your AG pack. So what do people do when they first get an AG pack? How did we arrange it so that it would be easy to sort?
Most AG packs, and not all of them, most AG packs are sorted in bundles. So, and it'll say right on the label, bundle A, bundle B, bundle C. Usually in each of those bundles, there's one thread that stands out. So one bundle might have white in it, one bundle may have black in it, another bundle could have chronic braid in it. So you start sorting per bundle.
Right, so you identify the bundle by the easily identifiable thread
in it.
So say bundle A shows it has black, then you look for the bundle that has black. Well, that makes sense. Then you make sure you label it so you know that's bundle A.
That's right.
But you don't have to label it too much. You just check and see.
That's bundle A. And then sort the threads within that bundle, one bundle at a time.
Right. Now we get to the really tricky part.
That's right.
The reason we bundled them is because we found that sometimes, like I use maybe 6 greens in one pattern. And sometimes they're very similar to one another. Yes. Sometimes they're a little bluey green. Sometimes they're a little avocado green.
Yeah.
So you can name them, but that's not enough to really get an idea of how do you know which one it is.
Absolutely, because everybody's interpretation of color is different.
And we don't use the manufacturer's name.
Yes.
What we've done is the names that we've chosen are the ones that in that pattern make the most sense compared to the other threads.
Yes.
So for instance, you'll find needlepoint ink let's say a number. I don't even know the numbers for needlepoint ink.
Let's say needlepoint ink 401, which is kind of a green light, grassy green light.
Right.
But it should just say green light.
Right. So in one pattern will be called green light. In another, it will say light green or some other
or grass green or
exactly. Yeah. Because that's what makes the most sense compared to the other greens in that particular pattern. So that's another way you can tell.
Yes.
So what's another way you can tell which is which once you get bundle A and you've seen 5 or 6 threads in there? How can you tell?
Well, it depends. So bundle A could have, for example, Chronic braid in it, could also have Gloriana thread in it, could have Chronic Mori in it, could have needlepoint ink. They each have different strands to one length of thread. Chronic is easy, number 4 braid is easy because it's metallic and it's only one strand. But if you do an overdyed like Gloriana silk threads, there's 12 strands per one length.
Right. And people can't always tell how many strands in one type of silk or whatever. So on our website, in every pattern now that's my patterns, every pattern will have in the description, you have to click on read more, go scroll down, and you'll see at the very bottom how to sort your threads. And in there, it will give you information as to how many strands in each floss. The Chronic Mori has 6.
Needlepoint ink has 8. Beauverssois has 7. Gentle Art sampler threads have 6. Weeks Dye Works has 6. Dinky Dyes has 6.
And I think we said Gloriana, but we didn't say Karen Collection.
Karen Collection Water Lilies has 12.
And Gloriana has 12. We said that.
That's right. Yes.
So those are really good indicators of which are the threads that are in there. So if there's a green that's a Gloriana, and there's also, well, it'll say greens because it's multicolored. And then there's another green that is a needlepoint ink. You'll know exactly which one that is. Then once you've identified each of the threads in that bundle, I recommend highly that you either pop them into little plastic baggies and label them, or you can make your own cardboard sorter and have punch little holes in them and attach your thread to one of the holes and then write beside it what number it is and what manufacturer it is. So that as you're doing that particular design, you have all your threads nicely organized. So after this long lecture.
And the other thing when you're sorting threads, do it by a window. Don't do it in under lights. Artificial lights.
Yeah, artificial lights can be okay if it's hot light. It's not too bad. But really, north window is the best, especially when it's very bright. It just makes all the colors actually be more real. So we try to actually sort ours through at a window. So that when
by my desk.
So when we do name them, we kind of name them according to what it looks like in the light. Whereas if you use yellowish artificial light, especially the old incandescent ones, you'll really see that some of the colors just kind of muddy out. So anyway, do use a nice a window. So I'm sure many of you already do those things. So my question is, how do you sort your threads? In other words, do you use baggies or do you use homemade things, or how do you actually sort your threads? That's my question of the week. And if you want, you can start telling us all about it.
I use baggies.
I use baggies. I use a lot of baggies. In fact, I have bought a big box of 4x4s. 4x4 Ziploc little bags, and I have an old what do you call it? A pen, permanent pen. You know, one of those markers. And I just write it on, and I throw them away. If I'm finished with the baggies, I throw them away. But I reuse them over and over again. And Loretta uses bags. Also, Jennifer does with little baggies and writes the name and the symbols. That's a good one.
With a Sharpie.
Yeah. And Donna does baggies with a ring. Which I never got into the ring, but I think it's a great thing, and Floss Away is like that, right? Floss Away baggies. Wanda uses bags and labels.
And labels,
actual little white labels. That's very fancy. Donna says she uses baggies too. Kathleen uses baggies. Very occasionally, I use thread drops.
That's what they're called, thread drops.
What is a thread drop?
I think it's the cards that you...
Oh.
I think that's what a thread drop is.
Is it?
Or am I wrong?
I've never seen that. Oh, cool. Deb, I've been watching last week's chat all this time. We're sorry. Now you're going to have to watch this week's chat next week.
Sorry about that. You're probably wondering, why is no one responding?
I'm so glad you found us, and I'm sorry that it's taken you so long to get to us. Elaine says she uses baggies, zip, lick, snack bags. Lick and snack. Okay. They're a little bit longer, aren't they?
Yeah,
narrow and
they
long.
are.
Those are great. Actually, those are really good baggies. Lorraine uses cardboard bobbins. Okay, the ones that you put and store them in a plastic craft box. Easy to see.
Absolutely.
I remember that. I did that for quite a while, especially when I'm not designing, because I have too many now to keep winding. Yeah. That's why I like the baggies, because you can just throw them in without having to wind. But if you're stitching a pre-made design and you already know which threads you're going to use, and you like to keep everything very neat and tidy, which I don't seem to have any more inclination to do. That's a really great, I love those little bobbins. And Pandora uses Floss Away bags. Dory puts hers in labeled baggies.
Yeah. So
baggies is a pretty popular one. Marcy Schmidt does. Diane uses snack-size baggies, or the floss bags, and mark the bag. Mary uses a card punched with circles with the number written next to the thread and add the symbols next to it.
Yeah.
That's very thorough, and I really like the idea of the symbols, because if you're using a lot of cross-stitch or having to follow a lot of cross-stitch, you don't have to go back to the pattern to find out which one that is.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea, Mary. Tanya says, I use a baggie for each one. I write the type of thread and the color and place the little note inside or tape to the outside of the bag. Very, very thorough. Suzanne, hi everyone, late coming here. That's okay. I'm glad you're here. She uses cardstock with circle punch holes and attached different threads with color, number, and name. And I think it was Mary that also puts the symbol on, which I think is a really cool idea.
Absolutely.
Was it Mary? Yes. So Suzanne, and anyone who's using the cardboard thing, it might be an idea if you're using a different cardboard thing for every design to put the symbol next to it.
Yeah.
It seems to me that would make some difference. You don't have to refer to your pattern all the time. Deb says, yeah, it's been a long week. We know what you mean.
Yes, that we do.
And Anne Long Inga writes, she uses Floss Away things. Floss Away gals, since the beginning. Yes, they were very popular. I think, in the 90s, in the knots?
Absolutely.
I think so. Rita says, I enjoy listening to you ladies live. Woo boo, I'm doing prep for Passover tomorrow night. My audio book finished just as you started.
Oh, yay.
Yes, I suppose it's a very big holiday or Remembrance Day for you, Rita. That's very nice that you took the time to come and see us, because that's a lot of work. Sue does the same as Suzanne Healy, because we're both brilliant. And you're both called Susan. I think all Susans are brilliant. Kathleen says, I always put the symbol on. Oh, good. So it's not only one person. Deb says, I've used all kinds of methods. Thread keepers for projects and floss cards with a ring. But I've also used index cards with holes punched in them. Hey, that's a huge,
good idea.
Yeah, big cards. Symbols is a great addition to the labeling, says Suzanne.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Becky Klegger says, use both, but baggies are my favorite. Mine too. I think it's because they're just fast.
Yeah.
I don't have as much patience as I used to, and that wasn't very much either, to put the little, threads and then bring it back through and then tie it on. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, easier to wrap around the finger and stuff it in the bag.
We definitely do a lot more stitching now than many of you do, and I have a feeling that the bags are really handy for people who are okay with stuffing it in plastic. But it could be that people don't like the idea of putting things in plastic in case it ruins the silk.
I've never had any silk ruined by a plastic bag.
No, neither have
Yeah.
I. But then it could be, plastic is not exactly ecological. And it could be that we're wasting plastic.
True. That's very true.
So we could maybe do biodegradable paper bags.
Yeah. They're not as neat.
No, but there's biodegradable garbage bags. So we could maybe find biodegradable baggies.
I wonder if we could.
It's possible.
It's possible.
I don't know. Has anybody got any ideas about biodegradable baggies? Because boy, if there were any out there, they'd probably tear a little bit more quickly, but I would use them.
But even the plastic bags, I mean, the ones we use, sometimes they start splitting.
They rip,
at the bottom, and
yeah. I never thought about the fact that we cross-stitchers are, real baggies users.
That's right, exactly. Plastic users.
Yeah. Claire says, plastic bags are the symbol. I don't like to waste time winding when I can be stitching.
Yeah.
I punch hole and put them in with the kits I'm stitching. That's great. Mm-hmm. Kathleen says, when I first started stitching, I realized it would be a big mess with all the threads. So I went to the store to see what they had, and they had floss away bags. So that's what I bought, and it's worked ever since. Yeah, once you get used to one system, it's hard to change anyway. Mary's getting ready for Passover at her house, too. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. I use a 2x3 zippy bags and write the number and symbol. Yeah. And Dory says she reuses her baggies and just me too. I reuse mine. I cross mine out. I use the pen, but I cross mine out a lot. Some of mine are really old and you can't even read it anymore.
No, you can't. That's right.
Anne says, I often use cardboard with symbols, but after the project is done, I put them back in the bags. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now there's a good thought. So you've basically got your whole baggy situation as your storage, but as you're doing your project, you put them on cardboard. That's a thought.
All right. Great idea.
Yeah, all great ideas, you guys. So don't forget, when you're getting an ACK pack from us, you generally end up saving money because you don't have to buy all 5 yards of any skein.
Yes.
We often put in maybe half a yard even, or a yard or 2 yards, so that you don't need more than
what's required for that design.
And that always costs more if you're buying them by the skein. But sometimes it doesn't, and in that case, it's just for convenience, really. It's just easy. You can get them from us if we have them, because not every one of our designs still has an ACK pack available. Mm-hmm. We have discontinued some ACK packs, mainly because they were ACK packs that are more difficult to stock all of the materials.
Yes.
So we've reduced our inventory that way, and so those ones are ones that you'd have to go and get your own materials. Yeah. Uh-oh, it's 10:26 already.
Exactly, but you have something else to show.
I do?
Yes.
What? Oh, I forgot.
Good thing I'm remembering today.
Well, you had your tea. That's why.
Well, it's still sitting there. I didn't finish it. But.
Do you remember this pattern? I think you might, because if you've been here all along, you will see that daisy chain is now a pattern on our website. And it's under creative patterns. So you'll be able to download it, or anyone that you might know that has missed out on daisy chain. This one actually turned out to be really cute, and many people have stitched this one. And what I noticed is that I took some of them and I kept them, and I have uploaded those pictures of the people who finished this one. I've uploaded a few, not everyone, unfortunately. I couldn't do that, but just a few of other people having stitched this little
interpretation
pattern.
Of it. Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of fun to see. I don't know if you're listening, if it will be yours, but we really appreciate being able to do that, to show people what this looks like. So this one is new. And Dory, yes, I was just talking about the little gingerbread train at the beginning of our stream.
Yeah.
So that's still going on. And you can rewind and rather replay the thing when we stop.
That's right.
Because we're going to have to say goodbye pretty soon. Yes. Thank you, Suzanne.
Yeah.
It's a cute little design, and it's available now.
It is.
As a PDF only.
Yeah.
So hello, everyone, and goodbye. I think it's time for us to say goodbye.
It is time. I know. It's been an hour. So, yes, it's time to move on with the rest of the Friday.
Yes. And next week, we're going to have a new stitch along, as you know, for April. We're going to have a first part, and we're going to have a large sale next week. So hold your pocketbooks.
Exactly. Wait until next week and see what's available.
Exactly. Okay, so you have a wonderful week.
Exactly.
Good weekend.
Until next Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.